So question 1, okay, you have this particular food web here. All right. So basically, it says that organism A returns nutrients to the soil to organism B. All right. So this one, definitely the one that returns nutrients to the soil seems to be feeding on B and C as well. All right. This one we all know is definitely a decomposer. Okay. So one way to help you, okay, decomposers, the arrowheads usually will point at itself. There is usually no organism eating decomposers. Okay, please remember this. Decomposers, the arrowheads will all point at itself because it will feed on dead plants, okay, which obviously is organism B, or dead animals, which is in this case is organism C. All right. So is B a producer? So Jaden answered your question already, right? It is. Okay, because it is a plant, because the decomposer will feed on dead matter, then it breaks it down into simpler substances, right? So the nutrients returns back to the soil for the producer, because these nutrients are good for the producers as well. Okay, so in this case, answer is number 1, right? All of you? Okay. So please do your corrections accordingly, okay? Now, moving on to question 2, this one you got to be very careful. Okay, you shouldn't make mistakes, okay? They say what will happen if the sparrow population was completely wiped out? So if there is no sparrow, so what I do is I will cross this out, right? I'll put a mini cross here. So there's no more sparrows already, right? So how would this affect, right? So in this case, if I'm not wrong, answer is 4, right? The population of rabbits and mouse will decrease. It will, okay? The population of rabbit and the mouse will go down. Okay, why? Because obviously the hawk will feed on more rabbit and mouse because there's one less food source for them. Okay, that's why. Any questions so far? I think this is number 4, right? Let's move on to question 3. Okay, so Jaden, this one is answers number 4. All right. I think you have also learned Web of Life in school, right, Jaden? Okay, so I think you should be able to follow, but it's a very easy topic. Okay, I'll help you along the way. Okay, number 3. For question number 3, you're going to be very careful. Okay, so basically, for this case, you got to read carefully. There is this insecticide, okay, that got rid of caterpillars, right? Because the caterpillars kept feeding on the vegetables. Okay. And then they say the butterflies in the farm help to pollinate the fruit trees. So moving, like I said earlier, they already gave you a clue. The clue here is the butterflies in the farm help to pollinate the fruit trees. So these are called pollinators, correct? Because your butterflies, they help to pollinate the flowers. And from there, your flowers become fruits, right? Because after pollination, fertilization will take place. So how would spraying the insecticide affect the amount of vegetables? Of course, if I spray the insecticide, I get rid of what is this? I get rid of the caterpillars. So how do you think my production of vegetables will be? They will definitely go up, right? They will definitely increase. Okay. And then after that, for the next one, production of fruits. Now, again, how are fruits formed? From flowers, right? But bear in mind, okay, I already got rid of caterpillars. So I have fewer caterpillars. Here's the thing.
So less butterfly to pollinate it.
Why? Because fewer caterpillars become what?
Fewer caterpillars will survive until they become adult butterfly.
Yeah, because fewer caterpillar, they naturally develop to become butterflies. So if you have fewer caterpillars, of course, they become
less
fewer
pollinators.
butterflies. You're right. So fewer pollinators, so fewer flowers will become fruits. So your production of fruits will just go down. So in this case, answer is 2. All right. So this is for question 3, answer is 2.